Hello everyone, it's Lady Ray, and today let's talk about Girls Planet 999, specifically episode 12.
Come join and vibe with Lady Ray.
Oh, you have no idea how hard I have to align my chakras just to get through that episode, man. So not long ago, the idol survival show Girls Planet 999 has ended. So if you're not familiar with the show, the top 9 ranking members will get to debut as a group in the end. Boy, was it a lot to process. I have personally watched the whole episodes through and through. I watched the final episode live, and I did try to record, but the footage came out beyond fucked. Yo! So instead of the regular reaction, today we're going to do it full on a review commentary style. I'm sure that most of us have already watched or at least heard of what went down in the final episode of the show, especially now that it has been a while and I have calmed my ass down for a bit. Before we start breaking it down, if you're interested in check out my past reaction of the episode of the show, it is currently now live on my Ko-fi page for all of my monthly supporters. Other than that, I'm live streaming on Twitch every week, and we do have a Discord server, so all of the links will be down below in the description. Alright, I guess without further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, the final group name is Kepler. Can we just maybe leave a comment on how we are feeling about this group name? At first I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't know what it means, so I looked it up. Apparently it's the last name of a German astronomer. I mean, yeah, okay. It does have things to do with planets and shit, so I guess we're on brand. Okay, but in the end, I care more about the girls and the actual group name itself, so it's really no biggie for me. When I made it to the live stream, I was just in time to watch the Shine performance. I thought the girls looked absolutely amazing with a black and white uniform. They look so cool and they absolutely delivered the stage performance. I must say, personally, I do like how energetic and cute this song sounds. It does sound very fitting for a celebration. The theme song for the show over and over and over is, I think, still the superior one though. And having the Planet Masters and all the past contestants to come and cheer them on and having their reaction during the live stream is of course a very nice touch and very heartwarming to see. At the same time, I was absolutely panicking on who to vote in the beginning. How are we supposed to just pick one? But I somehow narrowed it down to one girl. I made it to the live, let's go! There's like 10 minutes more on the clock that I can vote. Oh, I'm gonna vote for one girl right now. Honestly though, if I had known the results, I would probably change my final voting. But I'm really happy for Youngin. I was rooting for her since the very beginning of the show with that performance Kick It. That girl is on fire and totally deserves to debut. Then we are shown the segments of the girls showing their past messages to their future selves or other members from 99 days ago. Hearing them say they miss each other and then cheering each other on is like, oh my god, my heart. It was quite touching to see how close some of the girls has grown to be and being so supportive of one another. The waterwork was definitely developing for me at this point, and it's heartbreaking to see some of the girls who had already left the show. We have the very pretty vocal performance stage with Another Dream. Just like the song title, it was a very dreamy stage. Woo! Hello, my girl Bora absolutely ate that performance, okay? I still cannot believe she didn't make it to top 9. Now, this is the part when I kind of start to lose my shit a little bit.
Cry, bro. For sure.
For some of them, this was the first time being away from their family for so long. So it's always nice to see videos like this. I'm sure it can be quite difficult for them to contact their family, you know, when they are competing within the show. My heart was absolutely broken for Wenjue.
Mama, 我进总决赛了！你看到了吗？
When she shouted at the stars, that was it for me. This is what we have all been waiting for, the final top 9 debut members. But before I proceed, I want to make it very clear that this video is not about trying to hate or comfort any of the girls. The voting results reflects more about the voters than the girls themselves. Whether if you're happy with the final ranking or not, hating on the girls is not going to change or solve anything. But of course, you are all free to decide whether or not you want to continue to support the final debut group. In the show, us viewers are referred as Planet Guardians. International Planet Guardians had already lost our damn minds when the interim ranking was announced before the final episode. Previous to the last 2 rounds of voting, we still got to vote for multiple girls, but for this final one, we can only vote for one, and the percentage of the voting is 50% Korean and 50% international. So it is expected that the final ranking is going to change like crazy. The wait between the announcement of the members was excruciatingly painful for me to watch.
Dude, this is taking forever! Please!
If I didn't watch it live, I'd probably start like, you know, fast forward and skip a lot of the part. The thing is, right, I did expect Bahihi to get into top 9, but I did not expect that she would rank that high, like top 3.
Damn. Bahihi's voting must have been like mega strong then.
And it was revealed as well during the interim voting that Chaehyun is #1 in terms of ranking, which is absolutely insane, by the way. Consider her previous ranking were not one of the highest. When I knew about the interim ranking, how most of the international contestants dropped out of the previous top 9 list, I don't know what to think. For example, Shen Xiaoting being the most stable one, always ranking either #1 or 2 throughout the competition, and she almost didn't make it. At the end, it was between Shen Xiaoting or Kim Soo-yeon to be the #9th member to debut. Both are in my top 9 list. However, I gotta root for Shen Xiaoting on this one, which thank goodness that she made it into the debut team.
都很顺利的一直在前3，然后我这一次呢，很幸运进入了top 9.
This means out of the 9, there's only 2 Japanese members and 1 Chinese member. I know some might say, what do you expect? It's Korea. Of course they're going to vote for Koreans. Well, if the show wants to include international contestants and voters with the intention to appeal to a global audience and global market, this is a major cockblock. But if they would get rid of the whole 50% Korea and 50% international kind of like voting stuff, it would have been everyone's ballgame. But unfortunately, of course, they wouldn't dare to do that. Can you imagine if there's more international members than the Korean members? Let's say if there's only 1 girl from Korea that made it. It would have created absolute chaos. Honestly, I thought the votings for top 9 earlier on in the show, or at least like during the mid part of the show, seems pretty balanced to me. After the show, I did saw some videos of past contestants of the show who got eliminated, was like exposing what went down on the show. The long hours of filming with a theme song with barely any sleep, that was certainly shocking. And I believe the filming hours for the demo stages was also quite insane.
我们当时录了蛮久的，然后我大概是到，我不知道为什么其他人到中间就已经上了，然后我是到最后，我在倒数第2个上的，大概是30个小时没有睡觉，然后12个小时空腹滴水未进，到最后上台之前给我喝了2口水，我都不知道我怎么走上去的。那个高跟鞋大概有这么高，还蛮挑战人类极限的一个节目。
I can't imagine how it must have been like during the shooting of this for everyone, and the fact that during the demo stages they can't really choose and pick the song that they want to perform. It's all assigned and they can't say no to it whatsoever. Another thing that I'm sure a lot of people can agree with is the evil editing. I mean, it's not news that mnet's editing can get a little, you know, sussy baka. I don't know if I'm alone on this, but I feel like with the Chinese liners, a lot of the time they're portrayed as either the villain or more comedic. And Japanese liners, only a select few that got a very good amount of screen time, and the rest are just kind of like invisible, which I understand it's inevitable when it comes to shows like this, but some of these screen time, it's like barely even there. And starting from the very first episode with demo stages where they would cut short some of the really good ones. So the thing is, we can look up the individual performance video on YouTube, but I feel like a lot of people are already not going to bother search up the individual's video on YouTube, and especially when you've cut it down so short, that is going to affect, you know, the impression and the voting. Although how the girls actually reacted or performed during the show is important, we certainly can't deny that the editing can heavily influence their voting. I do know that for a few girls, this is their last chance to debut and continue to pursue their idol dreams. Seeing some of them didn't make it to the final top 9, I'm sure it broke a lot of people's heart, including mine. I just hope that at least for some of them, they can get something out of the exposure that they gain from the show. There are a lot of cases in past shows similar to this, where the girls who didn't necessarily win and get to debut through the show are doing amazing with their own debut group now or as solo activities. And because the show has ended doesn't mean that the support for the girls will end. So I would like to hope all the best for them in the near future, and hopefully to see them come back again on the stage. Anyways, that is all my thoughts. And again, if you're interested in checking out my reactions for the past episodes, they are all on my Ko-fi page for our monthly supporters. Please don't be shy to share your thoughts down below in the comment section. That's all for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!